Steam has come from this vent atop Mount Baker for many decades. It ties directly to the hot earth 8 to 9 miles underground. Baker is a volcano, as is Mount St. Helens and Rainier and Hood and others. And that heat, still deep underground, extends far away from those volcanoes.
Where are there known volcanoes or volcanic sources? Where are there young hot rocks that we suspect are in the earth? Where are there hot springs? Where just sort of the entire compendium of geology about where things are hot.
Alex Steele is a geologist with the Department of Natural Resources, and starting this June near Baker Lake, south of the volcano, and again about 15 miles northwest of Mount St. Helens, he plans to drill deep holes, wells to validate what these geological models are saying where that heat can be found, as well as the natural cycle where water can find its way deep, deep underground where it's hot, what's called permeability.
We are going to drill 4 to 5 temperature gradient wells over this summer, each one to maybe 1,600 feet deep. Our hope is that as you go down in the earth, these will show an elevated temperature.
No, DNR is not going into the power business, but with state goals to use more renewable energy other than hydropower, somebody has to do the basic science. If those test wells prove that these hotspot models are valid, utilities could use this data to establish power plants.
At a couple kilometers of depth, the water might be, 200, above boiling essentially. And you put a well in to take water out, you run it up through a heat exchanger that powers a turbine, you generate electricity, and then you re-inject it in another spot to sort of close the system and keep the fluid flowing.
Geothermal power is being used in California and countries including Iceland, New Zealand, and the Philippines, and some 20 others. And soon it could come to Washington. In Olympia, Glenn Farley, King 5 News.